Otakus, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be reading some more of top 10s or top whatever I find. Today we're going to be reading the 10 Saddest Pokedex entries in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Again, these aren't mine, and I'm just reading what the article says, so you can agree to disagree. I don't care, I don't give a shit. But yeah, let's just get right into it. The Pokemon games have largely been fun games that are geared towards people of all ages, but their Pokedex entries can be surprisingly somber. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet follow this trend as the games have been positively received by nearly all of the franchise's fans. Some of the game's Pokedex entries are sad, tackling subjects like death, revenge, solitude, and the fear of the unknown. Audiences who are familiar with these entries can't help but feel sorry for the Pokemon's unfortunate fates. However, or hopefully, trainers will appreciate these Pokemon and their ability to overcome adversity. Number 10. Jumplup's life is tied to its spores. Many Pokedex entries focus on Jumpluff's spores, which are tied directly to the creature's lifespan. When Jumpluff is riding the wind, it scatters these spores all over the world. However, trainers are advised not to breathe them in or they will suffer from a severe allergic reaction. These spores actually have a deeper meaning to Jumpluff. They are necessary for helping the Pokemon ride seasonal winds, and Jumpluff are almost constantly in movement because of it. Once these spores are gone, the Jumpluff's life is extinguished soon afterwards. Number 9. Spoink has to bounce in order to keep its heart going. On the surface, Spoink is a cute, round Pokemon with a spring for a tail. In reality, this Pokemon's physiology is less than ideal. In order to move around, Spoink has to bounce on its tail, and this bouncing is a secondary purpose as it keeps the Spoink's heart pumping. If the Spoink were to stop at any point, so would its heart. This doesn't bode well for the Spoink that have fainted in battle, but it also can be pleasant to have to bounce every second of their lives, even when they are asleep. Actually, I've seen in the anime that the Spoinks don't bounce every now and again, and nothing happens, so that's pretty dumb. Number 8. Zorora has to disguise itself in order to feel safe. Zorora are tiny Pokemon that resemble foxes, and it has a cautious nature that shows that it usually doesn't feel safe. In order to protect itself from harm, a Zorora will typically transform into people and Pokemon. Zorora most often disguise themselves as silent children, but can't fully gain a sense of belonging because they cannot communicate with humans. It's saddening to know that it doesn't feel safe enough to be itself, but when Zorora evolves into Zoroark, it uses its illusions to protect others or to comfort their trainers. Number 7. Mimikyu desperately wishes to be a Pikachu. Mimikyu is a Pokemon that is ashamed of its appearance to the point where it constantly wears the disguise of the lovable Pokemon mascot Pikachu. Pokedex entries from previous games suggest that those who look at a Mimikyu's true appearance often get cursed or die, which would explain why it clings desperately to its disguise. Mimikyu is always wearing its disguise, and when its disguise is broken, Mimikyu never forgives the person who revealed its true identity. This desperate attempt to pretend to be something else is saddening, but if the rumors about its appearance are correct, then Mimikyu is only doing it to protect others from itself. Number 6. Larvesta is loved shortly before people turn on it. Larvesta has been admired, worshipped, and granted impressive titles such as the larva that stole the sun. Like many fire-type Pokemon, Larvesta can reach temperatures that the Earth couldn't reasonably sustain. Thanks to the incredible firepower, Larvesta has set fire to multiple forests. The life of the Larvesta sounds tragic since it's welcomed by people who thought it would bring some sort of sun god. After causing fires, the people likely turn on it, seeing as it's a bringer of misfortune instead. Number 5. Hatena, Hatchrim, and Hatterene can't be around others. Some fans think that this evolutionary line of Pokemon are scary because they live alone and chase off anyone who comes close. In reality, they can't afford to let anyone come close. Hatena easily gets exhausted when exposed to constant onslaught of too many strong emotions. Same. Hatchrim sees emotions like loud, unwelcome noises, and Hatchrin, the most telepathically powerful of the group, resides in the forest by itself. It viciously attacks anyone who comes too close as the emotions of others are too much for it to bear. Bro, I feel that though. Number 4. Graveyard and Houndstone are spirits looking to be loved. Graveyard is speculated to be the spirit of a Pokemon that died in the wild without ever encountering a human. Despite this, it adores humans and is willing to follow them to the ends of the planet if a human shows it any amount of kindness. Its evolution, Houndstone, is just as devoted. However, Houndstone is the spirit of a well-loved and deceased Pokemon. Given the emphasis on their devotion and their tendency to stay in graveyards, it is easy to conclude that they will remain with their master for an eternity. Number 3. Skrelp are whisked away from their homes. Skrelp isn't a great swimmer, so it's extremely easy for it to be carried away by a strong current. If the Skrelp is unlucky, it is whisked away far from its home. Some of these Pokemon are never able to find their way back home, given the unfamiliar environment or a long journey that they simply cannot make it on their own. To compensate for its poor swimming ability, Skrelp usually hide among seaweed, taking cover from predators and choosing to sneak up on its prey. Although its unattended journey is tragic, it can at least adapt quickly if there's enough to cover. Number 2. Hydreigon was mistreated in the past. Hydreigon is an intelligent but tragic Pokemon, housing its brain in its middle head. Unfortunately, this Pokemon is consumed by its ceaseless desire for destruction. The Pokedex states that there have been stories in which Hydreigon was tormented and hated by humans. People assume that Hydreigon was inherently evil because of its appearance and would constantly attack it. If this was true, it would make sense that Hydreigon is filled with vicious thoughts, and nothing deserves the kind of this unwarranted treatment. That's so bad, because I fucking love Hydreigon. In the Unova region, it's one of my favorites. And number 1. Cryogonal are the spirits of people who die on snowy mountains. Cryogonal is a Pokemon that appears during the winter, and although Ash Ketchum's Pokedex says the Pokemon originates from clouds, Cryogonal may have a sadder backstory. There is a rumor that people who die on snowy mountains are reborn as a Cryogonal. Given Cryogonal's habitat of merciless capturing and freezing prey and its opponents, it might be driven by a need for someone to understand its past predicament. It is also cruelly ironic that they embody the very thing that took their lives in the first place. And yeah, that would be the ending of that. So let me know what you think down in the comments below, and if someone else has a sadder Pokedex entry. But I hope you all enjoyed. If you're new to my channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button. It gives me the thumbs up. And hit the bell so you're notified when I make videos, which is typically every Wednesday. I try to upload as much as I can. But yeah, I love you guys, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.